there's definitely change happening, and there's a lot going on, whether it is the technology that is being incorporated in the DSOs. We mentioned the restructuring that's happening across the industry. There's definitely new faces and names that we're working with. But what I would say specifically to within the DSO space is it still comes down to the basic leadership components of it. And what I mean by that is if you are going to put some type of change within your DSO, I don't care if it's changing a process, if it's incorporating a SaaS tool, if it's putting a procurement platform in, if it's using uptime, whatever it is, the key thing is that you have to have alignment first at the C-suite. And a lot of this sounds basic, but these steps can get missed. So you get alignment with the C-suite, the clinical committee, on the direction that you're heading. Once you have that, you must put together a communication plan throughout your organization. And it's not just, hey, to your leadership team or to the doctors that own the office. You have to have specific communications that can either go, one, to everybody within the office, that the whole office is reading it, or you have a communication to the regional leaders of the DSO so they understand, and maybe you can get deeper into why you're doing the things that you're doing. But you have to get it to the doctors and you have to get it to the office, because if you don't get that message and then you try to implement something, it definitely takes a lot longer, and sometimes it's unsuccessful when that happens. So the first thing is alignment. Second thing is the communication. The next thing is, once you start implementing it, you have to have a plan on that. And I have to tell you, that is sometimes the most challenging piece, because everybody is busy. So if you are going to integrate a piece of technology, the manufacturer or the vendor is really good at it and they're ready to go. The hard part is making sure that we're getting the entire DSO, all the different offices, usernames, connections, whatever it may be, prepared to connect to that vendor. So now once you have that done, now it comes to the usage. Right, so everything's connected, it's live, you can use that piece of equipment or use that software or whatever the case may be, and it is the offices now using it the way that you believe they were going to use it and the reason why you made the decision, which typically, once again, doesn't happen. You're always going to have you're going to have a certain group that uses it right away and it's fine. You're going to have a group that's trying to use it, but it's complicated and they want to go back to the way it was. And then you have a third group that is just going to refuse until you are messaging again, retraining, and they understand or they know that this is something that you're not moving away from. So being able to integrate it, adapt it, the adoption of it, measure the usage, and then going back and taking the time to either communicate, re-educate, and just constantly that business discipline, and that's how you really get change in your DSO.